Tonight, see what truly exists inside the world of the paranormal. Inside. Join the discussion and review some of the best paranormal evidence captures from a wide variety of experienced and up-and-coming investigators. See and hear what they capture, where they captured it, and how they captured it. Right now on Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence.
Hello, everybody, and yes, you are watching Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence. Chris screwed up the title of the show when he was creating the podcast. So it says Entity Vice. We're going CIS.
Offshoot of Miami Vice.
That's
Entity Vice.
That's right. Paranormal is our vice.
Yes. There you go. You just tied it all together.
And we have a new countdown too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, that was a UNX new countdown. I did not do that. They took the old one out.
Better than the last time our name got changed, and we're not going to say what that was, but it was during the Four Mansion tour, and it had adult undertones. and Cherie, go ahead and laugh on the inside because I know you're dying to say it. But it was quite funny.
That one said Entity.
All right, there it is.
Did I say it again?
No.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there were some quite amusing.
My husband says, do your tech stuff. Okay, I got to work over here, guys. Hello. Happy Monday to everyone.
There's no such
All right. Where we
Yeah,
at?
we're supposed to say those words.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I just said. You're not supposed to say that.
That's a
I'm
no.
not saying anything.
You just said that.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the other
Hello.
one.
Jason Combs is watching.
Yeah.
I'm sure Roger's been here. There he is.
Yeah,
Roger's been here since Sunday afternoon.
Wait,
There's
White
Jason.
sunglasses.
Hi.
And yes, Audra is feeling better, but she's still recovering a little bit. That's why she's not with us tonight.
Oh.
I will start. We spent our last week recovering. Audra did her surgery on Tuesday, and she's been resting most of the time. She went back to work Friday morning for some light stuff.
Wow.
And then she was back at work today, but she's one-handing it. So
Yeah.
Maybe remind everybody quickly what she dealt with, because that's
for everybody watching that doesn't know, Audra has what is called avocado hand. It's pretty common. She is left-handed, and she was holding the avocado with her right hand, and she went to get the seed out, and when she hit it, she had a very sharp knife, like this. It flipped off the seed, and it went in here and came out here.
Ouch.
So she had like 35, 40 stitches in her hand, and then found out that she had cut the nerve, and we thought she'd severed it. But luckily, during surgery last Tuesday, they realized that she'd only severed 90% of it, which is good, because then they didn't have to go searching for the two ends of the nerves to reattach them. They could just graft it to reattach it, which is good. But they cut her in a zigzag pattern from here all the way up to here to repair that nerve in here. So her stitching goes like this.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Oh.
But she's doing good. She's tough.
Yay.
I
Yeah.
took pain medication for. She only took it one time.
Yeah, and that's a foxhole and an avocado hand later.
Yeah. She's not allowed to walk across grass or cut open avocados anymore.
No, so greenery seems to be her weakness. Much like Superman, your other shirt.
My other shirt. Yeah. Yeah, she's not allowed to go anywhere near anything green anymore. And I was actually making some salad for dinner tonight, and she made the joke of, should we put avocado in it? And I said, yeah, let me cut it.
That tells you how tough she is. She's making jokes and she's still healing.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. That's my wife. She's pretty tough. So we didn't do a whole lot. We just chilled.
Todd and Carmel are fun.
So they gave her this, for everybody that didn't see the post, they gave her this big square foam sling type thing to keep her arm propped up. and it literally had holes in it and looked like SpongeBob. So the update post that I put on Facebook, the last sentence I put in there, and it looks like they surgically implanted her hand up SpongeBob's ass.
Oh wow. St. Patrick's Day is going to be rough, Everett said. Seriously.
We'll have to stay in the house.
That's probably Mike Bloomfield, Share to American Ghost
That's what
Stories.
I'm thinking.
He is
exactly what it
also
is. Yep,
one of the best people in the community.
Yes, he's
Constantly
very supportive.
showing support to other people. Constantly, people
Right.
should look to him not just to share his stuff, but they should look to him as how.
Agreed.
Mhm.
If you did a fraction of what he did, you would be honorable, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy.
So what did you all do the last week besides Staticom 2.0?
Well, that's Tony's fault. That's Tony's fault. Tony made a little bit of an improvement, and it became hard to turn it off. We all became Michael Keaton in White Noise Part 1.
There's some truth in that. I mean, it's hard to put down. It
Yeah,
really
right.
is.
It's we were supposed to do this Masonic Lodge Friday night, and then we ended up calling it off because Anthony Seminelli texted me early, sore throat, didn't feel good, didn't want to take a chance getting anybody sick. And then I come downstairs after showering and I said, let me just get ready. And she had gotten up before me. So I read his messages. I get showered. Let me just get ready. I come downstairs. She's all bundled up in blankets going, I'm tired and I don't feel good in my stomach. I went, all right, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So we spent some time on the phone back and forth, going over stuff with Tony and Cherie for some Staticom plans, appearances, and stuff that's happened. We both posted some recent Staticom stuff, and no matter which side of the country the stuff's coming from, the responses are the same. It's like, you can see that there's a difference,
Right.
and I don't want to just generally compliment the fact that like Tony made a move that made a breakthrough, because it's easy when you do something that seems to be the most efficient means of communication with the longest and clearest messages. It's easy to kind of get in the zone of using it and running it and recording stuff and stray from not being satisfied with still, hungering for how do I make this even better?
Right.
And he clearly this was his moment. He did not do that. And so not being content with what was already pretty impressive that we both developed over how many years now, he made an improvement to it. And it was also, I think, like the white noise sleep machine thing he tried. It was kind of gutsy because he literally took, I would say, somewhere around 50 or 60 maybe % of what was already in place working and gutted it. Added a couple things and gutted some of the stuff that was in place before, kept, which is really impressive in a whole other way, because you don't know when you're doing something like that. What if the thing you're getting rid of is really important to, you have to, that's a lot of time testing, because if he throws away the wrong thing, he does not make a step forward.
Right. So that's the definition between saying gutsy or just being completely foolish. But luckily it worked.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, that's how our weekend played out.
Thank you, Todd.
So to give everybody a little teaser, those of you that have seen the Staticom 2.0 posts that Ron and Lourdes and Tony and Cherie have been putting on about how clear the communication is, next week's show is an EVPE Staticom 2.0 show. So everybody will get to see it live and also see some captures that they have caught using the new 2.0.
Yeah. But really, the source behind Tony and the wisdom that went into this, we wouldn't be doing the service justice if we didn't say that really what did it was this. And without these, Tony Rathman would be sitting there going, I think I hear communication. But no, these things.
Bro, that's blogging.
Those
I
had a big effect.
There
The
you
other real push to try to find advancements was right here. She's like, fix
That
that
I
thing.
believe. It had to be something sweet. I think that's the point.
Both are something sweet.
Yeah. I had to do that. That was funny. Yeah, it's amazing what he did.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I did it for, you know. Sorry, I got some motorcycle going by the house.
Wow, that motorcycle was heard across the globe.
No kidding. That thing went straight through the loft behind you, man. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was loud. So I apologize. And now I forgot what I was going to say. But
Fruits.
oh my God, I got to close the window. Hold on.
Good thing we got the show scheduled on Bike Week.
Yeah, coming to you from the freeway in Surprise, Arizona.
Yeah. It's a surprise.
Cebu Ghost Hunters.
Yes.
I like Cebu. It's cool.
You've been
atmosphere.
to Cebu.
I have. It's like rolling hills. It's really cool.
Yes.
Is that not also where the singer from Journey, Arnel Pineda, is from too?
Yes. We should ask them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. That's how much authority and love there is for Everett. He puts a comment up and everybody stops.
Right?
When the show went, Everett said something. Everybody be quiet. Let's read.
Everybody thought we froze.
Yeah.
Didn't Anthony
including me.
have one?
So I finally remembered a question. Go back to that street, please.
I thought Anthony had one.
Yeah, Todd and Grandma. It is part of the map, Todd. It is the fuel.
So Everett was asking if anybody ever used a plasma ball during an investigation.
I think people have done it. The ones when you touch them, right? And
Anthony had one once.
there you go. Raul.
Oh, which one is Rule?
Two Rivers Paranormal of Eden is not Raul, but they've used one. Raul is Tower.
Gotcha.
Right.
And he says he has also.
So the idea of a plasma ball is to get the same effect as like an EMF pump.
Right.
Yeah, no, Chris doesn't use those. They don't make me feel good. Tony laughs as he.
No, I'm agreeing, just with a smirk.
I mean, I know Anthony has one and we've used it, but I don't know if I ever noticed the difference, honestly. But I wasn't looking either, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys. Well, we have got something really special for you tonight. Plasma balls. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys have noticed that we have a group watching from the Philippines, and there's a reason for that. We have what is called I Am Reverie. I Am Reverie is Reeve Henry, Apple Fernandez, and Bill Ordway. Bill lives in the United States. He's coming to us from California. But Apple and Reeve are from the Philippines, and they are actually joining us from a cafe in the Philippines right now. Everybody say hello to Apple, Reeve, and Bill.
Yay.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hello, everyone. Yes, this is me. My name is Reeve Henry, and this is,
Fernandez.
and of course, we got the V-Man right over there. That's we call him our mentor. That's Bill Ordway, by the way.
Hi guys.
Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you all. Welcome to Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence, and we're looking forward to taking a look at some of the clips you guys sent over.
Yes, but before that, Tony, Chris, Mom Sherry, Sir Ron, and Mom Lourdes, we want to say thank you for this opportunity. This is a big opportunity for us to show everyone what we have captured. Some of the evidences we have captured, with some of those are with Bill Ordway. It's just that we really want to show everyone that ghost hunting here in the Philippines can be as legit as what you guys are doing.
Oh,
Very
thank you
cool.
guys for being on. You don't have to thank us at all. You guys gave us great evidence to show. So you guys are currently in the Philippines. What portion of the Philippines are you in right now?
We are in Makati right now, and
It's
we are
part
at a
of
cafe
Luzon.
just in front of his house, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Makati, you said?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Here in Manila. It's
Yeah.
in Manila.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
And
Well,
Bill,
hi.
where are you joining us from, Bill?
I'm in Modesto, California.
Okay.
Awesome. We won't hold that against you.
Yeah.
No, you live in the Philippines about 6 months out of the year, don't you?
Yeah, I go down there. I'm from Bigan City in the northern Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's very cool. What's the time difference, just out of curiosity? Because I know somebody's going to ask it in the chat at some point.
If you take what time it is by you and add 3 hours going forward and then switch AM to PM, so according to us, it's about 20 after 10 AM.
Correct.
That's
Tomorrow.
correct.
What I heard there was if you take what time it is by you and then do math that your brain really does not want to do, the answer then comes. That's what
So to you'd add an hour and then switch to AM to PM.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so for everybody watching that doesn't feel like doing addition or subtraction or multiplication or division, it is 10:20 on Tuesday morning where Apple and Reeve are right now.
Correct.
Yeah, see, look, Raul did it fast. That's it. Even
Because I like to explain all the details, Raul. I wanted them to know exactly how I got to that. Just like with investigation.
That's actually a good way to do it, because I would not have, but I know somebody was going to ask what the time difference was. So, and we appreciate you guys coming on also, because this is an opportunity for us as a show to do what we do on a grander scale, because now we're doing a show that has international characteristic, international appeal, evidence from places probably most of our audience has not gone, if not all. So that's also something that we're appreciative for, I would say.
Pretty much so. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming
but-
on.
I just saw that comment from Melissa, and I agree. I mean, Tuesday morning's like, I don't know, 12 hours away. So don't tell us what happens.
No.
Yeah, and I just would like to say that we haven't actually slept yet.
Wow.
Just came from an investigation.
Yeah, because we came straight from our live investigation. We were doing investigation. Miss Cherry was on the live.
Like every time.
3 hours they did a investigation
Where at?
in
Yeah, it's called Bahay Natisa. It's somewhere in Bulacan, here in the Philippines.
Oh, okay. Is that the wall area with the bridge?
No, you haven't been there.
Oh, okay, I haven't been there. Okay. All right.
Wow.
That is totally awesome. That is way awesome. So, y'all, only on EVPE will you see people from the Philippines coming to us from tomorrow that just finished an investigation and haven't slept yet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Yes.
Right.
Dedication and passion, right?
That is pretty cool. Though.
Yes, it's for the love of the paranormal, you know.
Right.
Exactly.
This is Reeve's life. This is what he does all the time. I mean, if he gets 5 hours of sleep a day, I'll be surprised. I can't keep up with him.
Yeah, you know, with regards to the investigation, the hard part really is the editing. But
You all know that.
it's hard, but it's the most fun because whenever we capture some good evidences, we always try to debunk all these evidences. We try to think critically with the evidence. We don't just settle for, like, if we capture a voice, we don't just say, oh, this is something paranormal. We always debunk, and that's the fun part for us when reviewing the footages and the editing for our videos.
That's awesome. And that's super important too, to make sure that, there's that, what's the word, debunking, to make sure that it's not something ordinary. So yeah, that's great. That's great.
That by definition is what you're supposed to do as an investigator with any integrity. You're supposed to try to explain in all ways and then lean into what's probable after you've assessed it. So it does not necessarily have to include, I always shy away from the debunking thing because I feel like it comes from a presupposed position of assuming it's fake and I'm going to find it out kind of a thing. But the fact that you assess everything you do before you make a decision That's 101. That's exactly how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah. So that's
Yes,
great.
Yes.
That's great.
And also
So
sometimes sometimes we leave it to the viewers, because we believe that different people has different opinions, different beliefs. And I always say this with our audience, to everyone. We always say this: paranormal is a belief. I think everyone would agree with that. And so some are really skeptic, some are 100% believers. So we always leave it to the audience. What we do is we investigate and we present. So it's up to everyone what they think of it.
Yeah, and that's probably a good way to do it, because you can show evidence to some people and they'll believe everything you show them, and then other people are complete skeptics, don't believe any of it. It doesn't matter what you show them, they're still not going to believe. So
Right.
So from a standpoint of just saying, hey, here's what we captured, they can do with it what they want, probably not a bad idea.
And another good thing about doing that is you're involving your audience. A lot of these people just don't have the ability to go out and do what we do. They're like, I will never go into a place. How are you in there at 3 o'clock in the morning? And so when you share that evidence, sometimes they catch things that we didn't catch.
Yeah.
Right.
And it makes them feel so good to be a part of this. And that's why they come back and want to see the next one. You know?
Yeah, true.
No, that's a great point. I think leaving access to an audience to have, open input on what the evidence is great. I think that, and it does keep people engaged and interested in what you're doing, for sure. But remember always, and from what I heard from Chris, you guys submitted some really good stuff. Your data that's data, and data is not. It's not a religion. It does not require a belief in. If you know that you did this the right way and you tried to explain it every way possible, it does not need the beliefs of other people if they're not believing in the possibility of anything paranormal to begin with. So you know in your heart that you did this the right way for the right reasons, and that's your data.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed.
And,
And I'm sure you guys.
We want to apologize that we haven't put any subtitle to the videos that we sent to you because we don't have enough time. So we just
That's
submitted
okay.
everything.
Sheree can translate.
That's okay. I prepped Sheree and I told Sheree, you might have to translate some of these videos.
Thank you, man.
All of them?
But when it comes right down to it, it doesn't matter what language you guys are speaking. The evidence speaks for itself.
Right.
And that's the great part about what you sent.
And sometimes we need English translated into English on this show. So
Yeah, sure.
It's funny. I want to bring something up. As many times as Reeve and I and Apple, we've investigated in the Philippines how much English we have caught. So much. I was in a place in Bangin, Abra, which is in the north, and it was a Spanish. It was an old Spanish house. The lawyer spoke Spanish at the time, and we caught a lot of Spanish in that house. But we have been to several locations where they were speaking English to us, and that is not more evidence that it is an intelligent person, spirit that you are talking to, that they are speaking to you and answering your questions in English. I don't know what more credibility. It's amazing, really, it is.
Yeah, that goes all the way back in the historic records of EVP and radio communication research back through Europe, where it began, was that oftentimes, even in a country where one language was not spoken at all, let alone broadcast, the communication would come through in the language, in the vernacular. It would come through in a way that the operator or the operators would understand it.
Yeah, absolutely the truth. When Sheree and I investigated the diplomat in the Philippines, we got English, Japanese,
Latin.
Tagalog, and Latin
Isn't that
in
amazing?
one night.
Amazing.
Yes.
So that is validation. To go to Bill's point, that absolutely is validation that it's not something that's coming through from a terrestrial broadcast.
Yeah.
Right.
So you all provided us with, we've got 7 clips, and each clip has multiple evidence in it. And usually what I do is I ask each one of you guys to tell us a little bit about what got you into the paranormal, but I'm going to lead in a little bit with your bios that you sent to let everybody know, give you a little bit of understanding about the three of you guys, and then we'll go straight into the evidence because I don't want to miss any of the evidence that you guys sent in because you guys sent such great clips and I had to cut it down to 7 from 10 because each clip you sent has multiple pieces of evidence. So really quick.
Wow.
So Reeve, professional singer since he was 15. He's performed internationally. He's been a fan of horror films. That's what sparked his interest in the paranormal. He started investigating in 2021. He's been in the Philippines, Japan, and Korea. Apple and him met on a singing app for karaoke.
And
they are best friends. And Reeve got him Apple into I Am Reverie. She's a videographer and the social media manager for the group. Bill, thank you for your service, Bill. Served in the military. His first experience in the late 2000s, he had a home in Puerto Rico that was in front of a large cemetery. Okay. A little boy stopped by the house one day, about an 8-year-old little boy that came in to play with his kids and their toys. Found out later on that the kid had died 7 days earlier from falling from a tree somewhere near the property.
Wow.
So that was how Bill got involved in the paranormal because anybody that experiences that is definitely going to chase shit or run the other direction. Bill chose the latter and decided to be an investigator.
Wow.
So it's awesome to have you guys on here. Thanks for sending. And guys, these guys are so awesome. They sent great bios. I had to cut it down. They gave us so information. I didn't want to, but unfortunately the internet makes me.
Right.
So I got in as much information as I could on these guys. So if you guys want to go back and read their bios again, it gives a lot more information on them. But now we'll lead into their evidence. Each one of their clips has multiple pieces of evidence and are about 1 to 2 minutes in length. So this is going to be some good stuff, guys.
Yeah. If I can chime in real quick while you're queuing it up, too, because it's something interesting for both of them. For Bill, her family from Puerto Rico, Lourdes. So she has her family has a history in Espiritismo. And then I didn't realize that you guys, they froze up again. That you guys sing, and Reeve, I guess, sings professionally and has.
I didn't even know that.
That's pretty cool.
Hopefully they unfreeze.
Yeah, the name of his group is actually Reverie.
Yeah. Oh, is that where he got that name? I was wondering.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, hopefully they unfreeze. Oh, there they are.
They're there.
You guys hear us now?
Can you guys hear us again?
Muted.
Yeah,
We're sorry. Sorry, the internet is acting up.
yeah, it's acting up. Oh, we're really sorry, guys.
No.
It's all right.
I wanted to say, because
Okay.
you mentioned that you were a singer, that I had told these guys in the past, I don't know if you've ever seen, Arnel Pineda, who sings for
Journey.
Yeah, well, Arnel Pineda is also a band singer. I've met him a couple of times. In fact, before, I'm not sure if I should mention the year, but it's early 2000s, and we were playing back to back. I was really young at that time. We were playing back to back, our band, and Arnel Pineda is really a fantastic singer.
He's
So,
amazing. He's amazing. Bring it up. I don't know if you saw the documentary they did. It was on Netflix for a while, called "Don't Stop Believing: Every Man's Journey."
Oh, so it's a story of him
It's a
being a
documentary movie about his rise from poverty and homelessness, and I participated in that film. I'm in the credits for the film. So
Wow.
I never got to meet him. I went to a concert. I met the band, but 2 of the people left before I could meet them. He was one of them.
Oh, that's
I was going to bring it up. My wife's sister was actually his best friends. They grew up together.
Oh,
Wow,
Whoa.
that's the world, right?
right?
Yep. So I would have loved to have shook his
That's a
hand.
chance, Ron.
Yeah, I would have loved to have talked to him. I'll talk to you guys offline sometime, but I was so moved by his story. That's how I got involved when they did the film about him. So I never got to meet him when they toured, but I got to meet a few of the other people.
He was actually born in Tondo, which is in the Philippines, the burning mountain of trash. And that's where he grew up, in one of the poorest places in the Philippines. And he would sing in local clubs, and that's how he got his name. And then, actually, Journey saw him on YouTube, and that's how they.
It's in the documentary. Yeah, I was not there when they filmed anything. I got involved a little later on the business side of it, but I wish I would have been able to see more of it. So let's go back to the evidence. I know Chris has got a lot of stuff to show, but I just wanted to bring that up because it was rare to have the opportunity to share that like this.
And I got to tell you guys real quick before we get to the first clip. You guys are phenomenal. You're thanking us for coming onto the show, but you guys are blowing up our chat more than any guest has. So don't thank us for being on. We should be thanking you guys for being on because this is the most we've had in the chat in a long time. We have a ton of people on here, and all they're doing is praising you guys.
It's just Apple and her pretty face. That's what it is.
Well, you know what, Chris? You know what? The Filipino people, Filipino audience, they love hearing their name, giving them the shout out. So, if I may, if it's okay, can we give a quick shout out to everyone watching right now on YouTube and on Facebook? Please do subscribe to this channel because this is the channel that every investigator should watch. All these episodes, we've seen a couple of episodes actually, and you'll be amazed of the evidences shown in this.
It's just the beginning.
And also big shout out to everyone watching, to our friends, to our supporters, to our brothers and sisters from the Philippines, and to the other countries as well, from the US and to the others. We cannot name you one by one, but we really appreciate the love and the support that you're giving us right now. We need this confidence. You know what? I'm really uh, having this movement right now here in the Philippines. I really wanted to change the standards of ghost hunting here in the Philippines, and with your help, with everyone's help, the viewers, and to this beautiful people right here with us, and to this great investigators of this paranormal world, we can change that standards here in the Philippines. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome. That was fantastic. If they didn't have evidence, I would suggest ending the show on that note. But they have evidence, so dare I not?
Yes. So
you know what's funny, guys? You know what's funny? Some of the people, some of the viewers thought that we don't actually get enough evidences. Why? Because we always try to debunk ourselves first before we present those evidences. And so they were thinking like, you know what? I am Reverie. That channel is really legit, but they don't capture enough evidences. Well, the reason is the standards here in the Philippines. Most of the Filipino ghost hunters that we call, I'm sorry to say this, but this is the reality here in the Philippines. 90% of ghost hunters here in the Philippines, they do fake videos, fake ghosts, fake whatever, fake everything. And so the standards here is like, if they don't see enough, like full apparition of a ghost, they will say, "Oh, you don't have evidence." But they don't understand that getting an evidence is really hard.
Very
It's
difficult.
really hard.
Yeah, well, there's a difference between hunting ghosts and hunting attention, and I think you just cleared that up.
Yeah, you did
for everybody.
But here's the best part: is not only did you clear that up and you said the words, but you backed it up with the evidence that you provided tonight. And if anybody out there thinks that these guys don't have evidence, you should have sat with me Friday night to go through all of this to prepare it for the podcast, because it took me forever to go through. Because not only do they have 7 clips to show you guys, but each clip has multiple pieces of evidence in it. So I'm going to show the first one, and then we can talk about it. Okay?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Well, I think sa lahat ng pag-check ko, wala pang nag 3 AM challenge sa lugar na to. And alam na alam niya kung bakit. Sige, Gab, lapit ka. Bakit may sumisigaw? Lapit ka. Lapit ka. Lapit ka. Lapit ka. kami kung meron ba kaming masasaksiyan dito. Kaya hindi kami pinayagan pumasok sa loob. Pero yan, kukunan natin yung ayan, may mga sumisigaw ng mga bata. I'm not sure kung saan nanggagaling yan, pero tignan natin, dito ba nanggagaling yan? Ayan, yung bintana na yan. Ang sabi nila, diyan daw laging may nagpapakitang puting babae.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys get to go inside the house?
You know what? The story of that video is that was the very first video I made. That was the very first investigation I made. So I don't have any idea what to do. You know, I'm just trying to act cool in front of the camera. It's really not allowed to go inside. By the way, that Laperal White House is, as they say here in the Philippines, it's very famous. It's one of the most haunted location here in the Philippines. It's in Baguio. It's near Diplomat.
We were there, and we actually spoke to the groundskeeper. He was gonna let us in, but then he backed away last minute and said, "No, I'll get in trouble."
You know, they turned it into a restaurant.
Yeah, now it's a restaurant now. It's a very expensive restaurant.
I was there to investigate it, but it was a restaurant. And I was like, "Wow, this is okay. Can't do it now."
But I was the first ever to do a 3 a.m. challenge at that time. So I was not yet an investigator. I don't call myself an investigator at that time yet. And so what happened was as soon as we started taking this video, we started shooting at 3 a.m. I think that the time was around 3:03 in the morning. In front of that gate, I hear both of us, my cameraman, we heard this loud scream of a girl, and then the dog barked at that scream. The dog heard it, and that dog kept on howling the entire time, the entire video. That dog never stopped howling. And then another time, the second time, we heard another scream. I know it's a girl. It's like a girl. It's like someone, a girl. It's like someone's in pain and suffering. That type of scream. And then the third one is a child scream. It's a very clear child scream. And after that investigation, I tried to research for the history of that house. They said there's a child who died in front of that gate. I'm not sure if it's. Am I right, Bill? Is it the son or maybe the grandson?
Yes.
A boy died in that place, and a girl. Girls were tortured. Oh, sorry. Can I say that word here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
A girl was S8.
Okay. Yeah. So there, a girl was tortured. Since it's okay, I'll repeat it. A girl was tortured way back. I think, if I'm not mistaken, by the Japanese, I guess, because here in the Philippines, a lot of haunted locations have backstories connecting to the World War, connecting to the Japanese invasion here in the Philippines.
And so that
yeah,
in with what he captured, he caught these female screams. I mean, it's just amazing that he caught that, because that's exactly the history.
Right.
So what's interesting enough to me, and tell me if I'm wrong, but the Japanese used to sharpen their swords on the wheel, the stone wheel, correct? Where they would the wheel with the pedal, and they would sharpen their swords on the stone wheel.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The sound I'm hearing, the grinding sounds like a sword being sharpened on the stone wheel.
Yeah, that's the fourth. That's the fourth one. The weird noise.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I get it. because I
You
could not
see how-
believe
You see how presenting evidence to people and they find things that we never would have thought about. Never thought of that.
To be fair, Chris Allgood could find a black hair and a black carpet.
Okay.
He's that good at detail.
That's a great point, though, Chris. I never would have thought of that, but yeah.
Good observation here.
Yeah, that's really great. Because up until now, we are still learning. We are still, in the world of the paranormal, the learning never stops. And so we're still hungry. And that made real sense. It's just that now that I realized, oh yeah, that is the sound of that weird noise. Hats off.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw in my mind when that grinding noise was happening. I'm like, that sounds like the sword on the grinding stone as they're pumping the wheel to sharpen their blades. It's exactly what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Could be. Very well could be.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, nicely put together clip too.
Can I ask you guys about the pictures? Because pareidolia is very common. Like dirt in the walls. Anything could be mistaken of a spirit or an apparition or a ghost, as they say. But what can you say about those pictures I took? I took it with my brother. It's candid. We just passed by that house, and that's the reason. Those pictures are the reason I started to do ghost hunting. Those are the reasons because of what we have captured.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you think?
The story was that a little girl, correct me if I'm wrong, Ray, maybe you know this. I think she was running after her Nana or Nina. What do they call them in Cherry? Nana, right? When they take care of the family. I mean, she ran across the street and was hit by a car right there in front of the house.
Yes.
Besides the torture and all that, what happened in the family, the owner, Robert, I believe he fell down the steps. But the point is, you caught something there that looks like a female in something dressed in white. So, and it's right there in front of the house. That's the other thing, and that's where they said where she died. So, I mean, it just kind of ties in. But I understand what you're saying. But the coincidence is pretty incredible, and the screaming of the female lady again ties in.
I have a slight advantage over everybody else because this is the first time Ron Lourdes and Tony Cherie actually got to see her evidence. I get to see it prior to the show because I get to review it. Plus, you had so much that came in, I had to sort through it and pick out what I thought was good evidence, your best pieces to show for the show. And in my opinion, the clips where you see where it looks like somebody dressed in a white gown.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
What stuck out to me, the fact that I went back and reviewed the video. It wasn't there before you snapped the photo during the video. So that's something that stuck out to me. The one where you circled what appears to be a face over in the corner, could it have been a face? Yes. At the same time, could it have been pixelation and some pareidolia? At the same time, yes. That one's hard to dismiss or to prove that it's paranormal. The other stuff was really easy to pick out because it wasn't there in the prior video before you snapped the photo. So that was something that stuck out to me when I was reviewing it.
But what about the first photo? It's like, what is kamatayan in?
Like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, it looks like to me, it looked like a Grim Reaper. The first photo.
Can we see that again?
It was in the video, though.
Oh,
You'd
it
have
was
to
on
play
the
the whole
video.
thing.
Oh, okay, never
Yeah, I know which one he's talking about. Yeah, it does have that long, flowing appearance. Like it's wearing some hooded long coat or something. So, it like Chris said, it's the one thing about a photograph is it snaps 1/10 of a second in time.
Well, I think sa lahat ng pag-check ko, wala pang nag-3 AM channel.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, I'm like,
I'm like,
I'm trying to
is
figure
Ray
out.
talking?
I'm trying to see who's talking. I'm like, what's going on?
I accidentally clicked a video and it wouldn't stop playing.
They do see the woman in the window a lot too. There is another thing that guards say, that they hear the same screaming that you hear, that you caught. The guard has reported. Matter of fact, there are 2 guards that have quit at that house because of the screaming lady from inside. Yeah, they quit. They quit.
You know, Bill, you're really good at history, Bill. Always.
It's so
Really,
important. You got to know everything about the location that you're going to go to. That way, if something comes up that has nothing to do with the investigation, it's a lot easier to debunk that. It's like, okay, well, I don't believe that because there's no history of that in this place, soldier walking through the house or something like that. It's like we're hearing women and people reporting screams. Guards are quitting because of this white lady walking around, and here you caught it. I mean,
that was a fantastic clip.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's go ahead and go to the next one. So let's go ahead and play that. Here we go.
May nakuha sila sa mga poste ng hospital. Nakuha sila mga picture na ng tao, yung lalaki nakalito yung kabilang paa, tapos yung kabilang mukha, parang sumusilip lang siya.
Galaw, tangig. Gumagalaw, tol.
Alright,
lapit ka dito.
who is that?
God damn.
Tao ka ba?
Buti bumalik tayo.
Are you sure na ano ba yan?
Gago.
Is it something? Tapos yung kabilang mukha, parang sumusilip lang siya.
Wow.
I love it.
That's really cool. It looks like Jason from
Yeah.
That's what Apple said. That's what she said.
Yeah.
On that video, on that full clip, that's what she said. It's like Jason.
Yeah.
Upon seeing that, every time we see that video, it's a big mystery to us because to us, it's a miss that we did not get the chance to go after it, to enter that Clark Air Base building because it has a lot of history, and Bill knows that. I'm sure.
I've been there twice. Yeah, I've been there twice, and I have caught that little girl on both occasions.
We got a what the fuck, guys. That's awesome.
The thing of it is as a paranormal investigators, I just love that video, Reeve. That is freaking awesome because I caught the same thing. But the point of it is it's sad because she's still there. She's still stuck there. Why can't she move on? I went through the same thing in Auburn Provisional Hospital, which was a pediatric hospital, been closed for like 20 years. And I had to bring a priest in there. We moved on. The priest figured 20 or 30 kids that were trapped in there, and we caught them on camera, 2 of them in one scene alone. Why
so that was a real good question from our viewers. Did it ever move?
Yeah.
Well, at that time, we saw it moving, like all of us. We thought we saw it moving. We wanted to get near to it, but we couldn't because we don't want to break the rule because we're not allowed to enter.
There's a sign
building,
that's saying no trespassing.
Any trespasser will be apprehended.
Yes, and so in the video, we are trying to promote everybody should respect the law. We're telling everybody should respect the law, even if we really wanted to go there and get that great piece of evidence. We could not. I could not do it. I really could not. But then, the story of that video is. Apple, can you share the story of that video, the clip that we got?
We always talked about what we really captured. We wanted to search for other ghost hunters or vloggers that have the same encounters that we had. And then that video popped up on his Facebook feed. And he called me and shared the link to me, and he said, "Look, it's the same as what we have captured." And then I was so shocked, really, because that one, it was caught from my phone. So the story of that video, that security guard was interviewed for a TV show here in the Philippines. It's for a Halloween special. And so he was saying that everyone who goes to that thing, they experience as if someone is watching them from that wall. It's like just a head peeping like this. Yeah. So when we saw that,
you caught it.
Is this real? You're like,
it's like,
is this
oh,
real?
is this the answer to
Is
our
this
question?
that ghost peeping? But again, we could not. We say for our experience, we all of us have seen it. It's how many of us? 5 of us.
There were 5.
Not only 5 of us, because another group of people wanted to check out that place. So if you're gonna see the full video of that clip, you will see that a big group of teenagers went to that place at that time, and I was talking to them, and then my crew called me, we gotta check this out. What's this? And then we caught it, and so the other group also saw it. They saw it, and what they did is they said, "Okay, guys, we gotta go." they're gone right away. And so we were like, oh my gosh, is this real? So if you can hear us on that video, we were actually provoking it. We were trying to provoke it. Can you come to us? Come to me. Come to us. Are you moving? We're like that.
But before we saw that, we were there already for an hour.
Yes,
but
we
it
were there
wasn't
for an hour, but we haven't caught any for an hour. But then all of a sudden it popped up. But still, again, like what I said earlier, to us, we've seen it with our own 2 eyes. We've caught it on our video. We even zoomed the photo. That's a clear, very clear photo, courtesy of Apple. But again, the audience, we leave it to the audience because we did not get the chance to go after it.
Reeve, you said that was what you captured. There was a myth that spoke to it, correct?
Yeah.
So it's important to point that out because I know you had justifiably complimented Bill on his knowing history, but myth in today's culture gets conflated with the idea that it's fake or fictional. But myth was a very cross-cultural, easily digestible way of conveying stories, which is what we do as human beings. We create narratives, and that was a way to convey something across time and distance. So the fact that there's a myth and you corroborated evidence for what was a story that existed in myth does not mean that something was fake, and then you're catching something that you're connecting to a fake story. You're connecting it to a story.
There's validation as well.
Yeah, and that's an excellent point, Ron. And there's always, no matter how extended or stretched out that myth becomes over years, there's always still a little bit of truth in it. And when they can capture something that collaborates to the stories being told, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So, and I want you guys to help me out here for a little bit too, to help our American viewers understand the spiritual beliefs in the Philippines are tenfold what we believe here. You don't disrespect the spirits. You treat them with respect. There's certain areas where the spirits are where you just do not go. And when the sign says no trespassing, you don't trespass. It's not like here where an officer stops and says, you know what, you need to go home. The punishment for trespassing in the Philippines is a lot harsher. Am I getting this wrong? You guys elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, Reeve and I have had many conversations before, like, Reeve, he's laughing because he knows what I'm talking about. I just want to go in there, Reeve. Look, there's nobody here. There's nobody watching. You know, come on, let's go talk to the barangay captain. Let's do it right, you know. He
So
said,
that is that place, the background of Bill Ordway. That is that time. Bill keep on insisting, Reeve, I'm not wasting my time staying here outside. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna capture that ghost. I told him, Bill, you know what? We have to be careful because
"Yep,
if we go trespass, we never know. You might get shot in the head, and we're
it
like,
is different, guys.
and then
It is
maybe
different,
sooner or
guys."
later you'll be you'll be the one we're looking for. Hey, Bill, can you try to communicate with us?
Guys, the point of it is when we did the mansion, the twin
Really
mansion,
seriously.
when we did the twin mansions in Columba, that was kind of a dangerous area. I actually almost had to talk you guys into really
It's in the
doing it.
mountain.
And I think if
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing my security vest, remember? I think we might have run into problems in there, but I think they thought, oh, he's got a security guard with him, so we're not going to mess with him. But I mean, that's really, I still believe that today, that they thought I was security when they were driving by real slow, and that's what kind of kept them going on. We were in some pretty bad places when we did our investigation.
So
You know
I'm
what,
glad you
guys?
guys said something because I wanted our audience to understand why you guys don't chase after some of these because there's serious consequences if you go places you're not supposed to in the Philippines.
Especially with remote places. Especially with remote places, you never know. I always say this: Filipino people are very hospitable. They're nice, but Miss Sherry knows this, and Bill knows this.
I'm nice. They know
there
I'm
are
very
lots,
nice.
there are lots of bad people in the Philippines in the remote areas.
Yes.
There are lots of bad.
They do,
Just
but
so you know, just the other night
Oh, yeah.
we went in a place called Quezon Province. We went to a place and we just bought a drink, some drinks from 7-Eleven in a store. And I stayed in the car with my Korean friend from Phantom Hearts. We just finished the investigation. A guy approached me in my window. He knocked on my window. He said, in English, he said, "Give me money. I'm a town sheriff."
Yeah.
And he was looking me dead eye. You know, I've met a lot of. Uh, I don't know if I can say this here in this video, but
Yeah,
I've
you
met a
can.
lot
Sure,
of.
yeah.
Yeah,
Have
you
killed
can.
a lot of. Have done a lot of bad things. I've talked to some, hitmans or killers. If I should say killers, I've met a lot of people like that. I know one, and I know you guys would agree. When you look into a person's eye, you know if he's with good intentions or not.
Mhm.
And the way he looked at me without emotions within his eye, I got a 100 peso bill. I already gave it to him. Oh, okay, no problem. Here's the money. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not too big. I was like that. I was really scared. I was really scared because, like what I said, it's very dangerous here in the Philippines. And
Everybody who's watching knows that we're not scared of the dead. We're more scared of the living. Where we go.
That's it.
true.
Just about anywhere.
yeah,
Chris, before you move on, to Ronald from ERT Radio had a question. It's got a very short answer. How do you explain your evidence to very religious people? You do not.
You don't.
You don't. If somebody asks you, you answer to the best of your ability. If they don't ask you, you don't try to convince and explain that, hey, by the way, I know you just got out of church, but check this out. No.
Yep. Especially in the Philippines, it's all Catholic. Yep, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Wow.
but sometimes, if I may say, Ron, sometimes what we do is, I'm a Christian and Apple is a Muslim. Just so everybody knows, we have different beliefs, right? And different religion. So, in some beliefs, there are other beliefs if different religion, different beliefs in the paranormal, different methods, different way of communicating, different rituals. So sometimes we try every method in every style. Sometimes we use incense, even if a Christian doesn't really use incense, but Apple uses incense. So sometimes we try different methods to show the viewers that, well, let's see, does this really work? Does this thing work? Can we use this? It's like it doesn't matter to us what religion you are. The most important thing is we want to show everyone if that style or method of investigating is can capture also evidences. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Perfect
We've
answer.
actually investigated a place where Apple had to speak Arabic. Remember that, Apple?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's a Tagaytay. That's a police station.
Police station. Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing. Just 2 weeks ago, we went back there, Bill, and this Korean friends of mine, Phantom Hearts, they investigated the place and they have captured a voice saying "Marabar,
Marhaba.
Marabar," and
You see?
what is that? What does that
Marhaba
mean?
in Arabic is welcome.
You're welcome.
You see, Apple, you were right to speak your dialect there. We were right on. That's awesome.
I like that. Yeah.
Did you guys send them any evidence of the police station? Because they would go. You guys have got to have us back again because we have so much stuff to show you. That police station was crazy. Oh my gosh.
In fact, guys, that police station is the reason we got featured in a Japanese TV show. We are honored and privileged to have been featured in a Japanese TV show that has been running for 14 years. It's a horror TV show in
They have a
Japan.
million subscribers.
That location.
All right, so let's check out your next clip. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
Hindi ako sigurado at hindi ko ma-explain kung ano yung kulay puti na nasa ibaba ng hill habang ini-edit ko tong video. Maaring tao, maaring multo. Parang naglalakad, parang lumulutang, hindi ko alam. Pero one thing's for sure, hindi ko yan napansin ng mga oras na nandyan ako. So let me know what you think, ilagay nyo lang sa comments. At I hope maging masaya at maging blessed itong 2023 para sa inyo, and I hope to achieve. Pwede na tayo mag-pack up dahil maaga pa kami bukas, but at least ito na yata ang most compelling evidence para sa vlog na ito. Grabe, napakalakas ng sigaw, nakakakilabot, diba? Sabi ko nga, nakakabingi yung katahimikan ng mga oras na yan dahil sa pagkakaalam ko, ako lang ang taong nandyan.
Awesome.
Wow. Is that in Tokyo, the cemetery?
Yeah, that's in Shinjuku.
Oh, okay. That's where I want you to.
We were going to go there, but we didn't have enough time to get back to the airport.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, that park is really scary at night, and I was the only one at that time.
Wow.
You're tough.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just went there by yourself.
Yeah, I went there by myself because whenever I go to other countries, I always search for the most haunted places, the famous ones. And at that time, when I went there, I know for sure 110% that I am the only one because I am on top of the hill. I can see everything 360 degrees. And what I've captured there on the camera, the white thing that is like, I'm not sure if it's walking or if it's floating. I have not seen that with my own eyes because you can study my video. You can see that I'm not aware of what I'm capturing. I'm just,
wow.
just looking around. So I don't know what that is. And
this
Yeah,
park
and-
is a cemetery?
I'm sorry.
Is this park, it is a cemetery?
Yeah, the story of that park is before that thing called Unit 731 is where a lot of human experimentations happen in that exact spot on that mountain hill. So different types of human experimentations and tortures and sufferings, different kinds. Americans, Japanese, Chinese were tortured because of Unit 731. If you try to Google it, you will know all the history of Unit 731. And what I captured there are screaming voices, as you can hear it on the video. But all of those voices, I haven't heard it in person. I just heard it viewing the footages.
Oh, so that wasn't disembodied. You caught that on a recorder.
Yeah, on the mic of my, on my mic, yeah.
Oh wow! I mean, think about that. He did not hear that with his ears. It took a recording device to catch that. I mean, that is crazy.
You know, just now while watching the video, the second clip, the scream, I just noticed just now that as soon as we heard the scream, there's an orb float.
I did. I was going to say that. Yep. I was going to say that. I like throwing out the orbs. But there was one right there at the exact same time that you heard that voice, which is so common. We have got so much EVPs, and you see an orb. Even with a disembodied, we will see an orb at the exact same time, and that's exactly what happened in that clip. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a scary history and a scary experience for me. But at the time in person, I did not feel anything.
Wow.
I did not feel it here.
We got 4 more clips to get through, and I don't want to lose any of the clips that you sent in.
Yeah, we've only got like 20 minutes or less left. So yeah, I want to see all the clips. So let's go.
Sorry if I'm being in too much detail always.
No, you're fine. We just want to make sure we can show them all.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here's the next one.
Bago pa man ako pumasok sa loob ng abandonadong police station na ito, ay nauna nang pumasok si Bill at ang iba pa. Ilang segundo pa lamang ang lumilipas nang mag-umpisang mag-video si Bill, pero agad-agad ay merong na-capture ang audio sa kanyang camera na tila isang batang tumatakbo at tumatawa. Heto't ating panoorin.
Just walked in the door. 000 of a 30-minute video. Watch this.
Okay, go. You do night vision and kick on. Night vision camera here. Oh, there you go. That's it.
Kasabay ng aming pag-iimbestiga sa loob ng selda, narito ang video clip na nakuhanan ni Bill at ito ang na-capture sa kanyang audio. Kayo nang bahalang humusga. Sa mga oras na ito ay nag-yosi break muna kami sa labas upang makalanghap ng sariwang hangin dahil sa sobrang alikabok ng loob ng gusali. Pero sa loob ng police station, patuloy ang pag-iimbestiga ni Kuya Neil, ni Jeff at ni Luke. At sa kanilang pag-iimbestiga at pagtatanong, ito ang na-capture sa kanilang audio.
Are you alive? Are you with us? Yes. Are you with us? Yes. Are you with us? Yes.
Oh my gosh, it makes my hair stand on end. I love it.
I'm having chills every time I hear
Very
that.
good EVP. Had both clarity, had tonality. That was nice.
Can I tell a little bit of story on that? That was a house.
You want to see?
I mean that was a house before it was a police station, and that was built, and that was during the time of the Japanese War. The story was, and the police did not tell us this until we got there. He wanted to keep that away from us. So it's good. I said, don't tell me anything about this. Just tell me what you're getting, what your evidence is. And so that house said that a family lived there and they were killed by the Japs. And they had a little girl, they had a mother, and they had a father. And we caught all 3 of them in their living room, or maybe their bedroom, not really sure what that room was the jail cell. And that's where they were. And we would catch orbs come out of there. I mean, it was crazy. But that little girl was so happy to see us, because I don't think anybody's been in that building for a long time. And she came out of that. So that orb, where you see that orb in that dark hallway, if you go down there and turn left, that's where the jail cell is. She came out of that jail cell and was laughing and giggling. And then you could hear her flip-flops like we all wear in the Philippines, come out there into the main lobby and run around us just laughing. She was so happy, that little girl.
Wow.
I love that place.
And it doesn't matter what country you're in. Nobody giggles during a paranormal investigation.
Right.
Yeah.
We laugh sometimes, but
You know, sometimes Apple giggles, but it's not like that. Very
No, that was a child for sure. And we caught the mother too. We caught the mother. I can't remember what the clip is on that, but we caught the mother too. But that place was so active. The ball, our spirit balls were lit up everywhere we went, we were catching stuff in that place.
That's a very, very haunted place, that police station. You know what? At that time, we were trying to invite the police to come with us inside. They don't want to go inside.
Nope.
They don't want to go
Hair
inside.
got pulled.
And her hair got pulled.
Wow.
Yeah. We've done many police stations. We actually did another police station that was active, and the police, the actual Philippine National Police, investigated with us. We had to keep it under wraps so the commander wouldn't know. But then he ended up coming, and he ended up investigating with us too.
that's awesome. All right, let's take a look at your next clip. Here we go.
All right.
I'll stop this ball.
Ay, hindi natin nakunan. Merong gumagalaw dito sa kabilang pinto. Nagbibigay tayo ng kaibigan.
Sayang.
Nakita niyo? Nakita niyo? Uy.
Hello?
Hello? Nakita niyo gumalaw yung pinto?
Hello? Tumunog din.
Ikaw ba ang nagbubukas ng pinto? Yes or no? Ito ko sa lagot ko po.
Jude again. Oh my God, that's the second time.
Okay, well guys.
Umuwang.
Kunan mo lang yung pinto po ha.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
Okay. Ikaw ba ang nagpapagalaw ng pinto? Hindi kami natatakot sa'yo. Gusto lang namin makipag-usap. Thank you. Nasaan ka? Blue. So, blue guys, marami kasing...
Naka-blue si Cal. It's for Cal.
Gusto mo... Are you talking about Kalel? Kasi tinatanong ko siya, sino gusto mo? Si Apple ba? Ano sa akin? Sabi niya blue. Si Kalel is wearing blue.
Si ba sabi niya?
Yung ba yung bata? Kasi yung mga ganyan guys, yung mga... May meaning sila.
It's not like...
Sometimes, hindi nila sinasabi ng exact yung words, pero yung may meaning yung sinasabi nila. So, kung bata man yan, hindi posibleng si Kalel yung gusto niya. Gusto niya makapaglaro.
Dude.
Yeah. That was cool. So those doors that opened and then shut, was that like cabinet or
closet?
Or were those doors out of the room?
Yeah, it's a door on the hallway, but all the doors were closed at that time.
The main door was closed.
Yeah, the main door was closed, and all of us are together in one room. And we noticed as we are trying to tell the spirits to touch one of those spirit balls, we heard this the door trying to slightly open.
Yeah.
And so I told Apple, Apple, can you please focus on that door? Don't focus on me. Focus on that door. There's really something going on. And then just like that, it opened for a bit and then it slammed itself shut. And it never happened again after that.
Wait, can I ask you something?
Yeah?
Was that, I've been there before, was that, if you open that door, was there a cot in there? A bed? Right there in that room, or no?
That's the one where they say that there is an old lady showing up.
Exactly. I've been there. I caught an old lady. I put my recorder on that cot, and I caught sounded like an old lady trying to say something. I've been there before. Yes.
Yeah. That's the best poltergeist video that we have. And
here's the great thing about that video. If you look closely at that video, I don't have time to show it again, but if you go back and review the show, There's a doorknob at the top, and there's a latching mechanism at the bottom. So there's 2 latching mechanisms on that door. And when that door starts to open, you can actually see that the top one's still engaged.
Oh, wow.
Which would mean, unless somebody turns that doorknob, that should only open to a certain point, and then it should stop itself. But it opens back up and then slams shut. And if all the other doors were closed, you're not going to get a suction activity happening in the house like you would if you have a window open and another door open. It would create that backdraft that would create that suction coming through that would close those doors. And let me teach you a little secret, people. Being in the door and window business for 30 years, you get that suction activity on a single door. You don't get it on a double set of doors. You might get a breeze that would blow the doors open, not if the latch is engaged. But you'll never get the suction to close both doors at the same time. There's not enough power in the house, especially a building that old would not have enough of airtightness built into the energy efficiency of the home to bring 2 doors back together that hard.
Wow.
And both of the doors are in sync, right?
Fascinating.
But that's a good point. We never noticed
No one's on the other side.
those
The
latches.
security guard was with us.
Yeah, everyone was with us. They're at the back.
Yeah.
So
you have the fun latch at the bottom, and you also have the door on the top.
With my child told us it was captured on cam. He reacted to something. He said he got touched on his arm. And on this app called Ghost Tube, we're not fully a believer of apps, but we use apps to maybe try if it is if the answers are relevant or if it's connecting. And so it says blue, and Apple said we realized the one wearing blue is my son.
And he touched him.
And he was caught on cam. That he reacted like he was touched, and I did not know. I did not give any reaction. As you can see, I just looked at him, and then right after the investigation, he said, "Daddy, I got touched." I asked him, "Are you sure?" "Yes, Daddy, I got touched. I felt a hand touching me."
Was that the same door that moved open?
No, that's the main door. He was standing.
That's
the main door.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Okay, we got 2 more clips of your evidence to show, so let's go and get to the next one. Here we go.
Akin na yung cellphone ko, lobat natin.
Okay, isa lang. Go.
May sumitsit dito.
Can you,
May sumitsit?
kasi mata ko eh.
Ano, namamatay tayo.
Taga ako muna, para ano. Pong, excuse. Pong, excuse. Pong, excuse. Pong, excuse.
Habang ine-edit ko tong video ay dun ko lamang narinig at napansin na mayroong isang lalaki na sumasabay sa akin na parang nagagrowl habang nagsasalita ako sa mga oras na yon. Kung mapapansin ninyo sa picture na ito ay ako lamang ang kaisa-isang mayroong nakakabit sa damit na Bluetooth mic transmitter na nakakonekta sa cellphone ni Apple. And also yung boom mic na nakakabit sa cellphone ko na nakaharap kay Apple. So ano kaya yung na-capture na audio? Yun na kaya yung sinasabi nila Kuya Jeff at Ate Janet na sumisitsit? Malamang ay katabi ko lang siya ng mga oras na yon dahil sa lakas ng growl niya.
Excuse.
Okay. May sumitsit yan.
May sumitsit?
Oo.
Mapapansing nakatayo pa rin ang unan.
Ito po, ano pong kwarto ito? Magandang gabi po. Ito po yun. Hindi ba ito?
Tignang maigi si Justin na nakaupo sa kama at ang unan na nasa likuran niya nang biglang.
Ito yun, Dre. Ito yun, Dre. Ito yun, Dre.
Hindi maikakaila ang takot na naramdaman ni Justin sa biglaang pagtumba ng unan sa likod niya.
Ay, nandun sa kabila. Okay.
Was that a little boy that moved next to him?
Yeah, something did.
Yeah.
And then he reacted.
You can see the reaction of that kid too.
Yep.
So he sat on the bed next to your son.
I'm sorry?
Did he sit?
No,
Did he,
that's a different place. That's a different place. Villa Epifania. It's another location. That boy is the nephew of the caretakers. Yeah.
I see.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So it's somebody that's there all the time.
Yeah. He's
So
been
they're
there all the
familiar.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was surprised that he experienced it firsthand. That
Let me ask you
activity.
something, Reeve. Did you catch that on recording? Is that what you're telling people, or did you hear it with your ears?
Which one? The voice?
The growling.
Oh, we didn't hear it.
Oh, so that woman did not react to it, and it looked like she had reacted to it. So you heard that on all three of those recordings, but not with your ears. That is incredible.
We didn't hear anything. You wanna say something?
Yeah, before that happened, they were telling us that someone they heard a whistle.
Oh wow.
Trying to get your attention.
But we didn't hear it. They said, "Oh, we heard a whistle," and then while reviewing the footage, yeah, he heard that one, the growl.
I even asked RB, RB Bill, right? My other friends that was with us at that time. Hey guys, is this you doing this growling sound? No,
But he was
because
far
everybody
away.
was
He was
quiet
at
at
the
that
veranda.
time. That's why I showed you the moment I passed through that door, and the caretaker said, "May sumitsit." In English, someone whistled. That's why I showed you that clip to help you understand that we don't have any idea of that voice that was captured.
Right,
And up until now, that voice to me, it sounds funny to me because it's just someone trying to scare someone, but it's a capture and it's legit. It's 100% legit. No faking.
I don't think he was trying to get somebody's attention, or maybe he was in pain a little bit too.
He was in pain, yeah.
Yeah, Roger said it kind of looked like something tugged on the edge of his sleeve.
That's why I explained it. The only one who has a mic transmitter connected to Apple's cell phone, and I'm using my mic pointed at Apple.
But that wasn't captured on my phone.
It wasn't captured on her phone.
Wow.
Oh wow. So out of 4 devices, it was only picked up on 3.
Well, that's an interesting thing to bring up because I know many times in my years of doing this, when there is a direct message to a direct person, you could have 2 recording devices in the exact same spot. And if that spirit is talking to you, Tony, or talking to you, Ron, your device sometimes is the only one that caught it. We have had that happen before, Reeve, remember?
Yeah. It happened a lot.
It rules out that it's an ambient sound because every recording device would have it.
Right. If it's a natural sound, current sound wave, every recorder would pick it up. So that Ron's absolutely correct. That says that there's something paranormal about
that's
it.
very cool.
Okay, we got one more clip, and I'm gonna have to share the screen for this because it was too big for StreamYard. And I've got a present for everybody watching on the American side. This one has subtitles, so you'll be able to see it.
It's one of the recent videos.
All right, so while this is playing, we can talk. So if you guys want to either mute or just make sure you don't say anything so the audience can hear the video.
I'm gonna mute.
All right, here we go.
Hinahanap ko ang bata at mga at madre o pare na mga namatay dito. I'm sure you guys know na pupunta kami dito. Alam nyo na pupuntahan namin kayo dito. So, can you please show us a sign that you are here with us right now? Pwede niyong pagalawin yung bola na orange. Pwede niyong hawakan alin man sa mga bola para lang alam namin kung may multo talaga dito. We'll give you a chance. Ayun sila sa taas, pakita mo lang po. Kasi baka may marinig kayo ingay. They are upstairs. Ayan, nandun sila. Phantom hugs.
Ay, kuya, shit!
Okay.
Apple got surprised because the guard suddenly appeared from behind.
Okay. So one more time, can you show up? Pwede ba kayo magpakita sa aming harapan? Kung ano kayong gustong sabihin, sabihin niyo lang ngayon. I'll give you a chance. Nandito pa ba kayo sa loob ng Diplomat Hotel? May mga multo ba dito? Yes or no? Amang. One more chance. Pwede mo bang sabihin ang pangalan mo kung may kasama kami sa mga oras na ito? One more time. Say your name. Let us know kung ano pangalan mo. Sabihin mo kung ano pangalan mo. May sinasabi, but you know, observe natin yan. As you notice guys, hindi ako yung mga narinig ko, hindi ko binabanggit kasi upon reviewing the footages, dun namin narinig talaga while wearing earphones or headphones.
Yeah.
Ngayon kasi mahirap talaga ba-distinguish kung ano sinasabi ni SB7. So we're just trying to ask questions and we will see if meron tayong answers na makukuha. For the very last time, is there anything you wanna say? Meron ka bang gustong sabihin sa amin ngayon? Nagagambala ka ba namin? Chance mo na para magsalita. Okay. So, hanggang dyan muna yung pag-uusap natin. Sana makausap ka pa namin mamaya-mayang konti. We'll give you one more chance. I'll give you 10 seconds in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool.
That was way cool.
Now, did you notice a couple of Filipino words in there, especially there at the end? And Reeve is I'm gonna strangle you because he didn't acknowledge that he actually said in Tagalog forbidden or wasn't allowed to answer you. Like something is telling him you can't
Bawal.
answer. Bawal.
Bawal.
And I don't know why there was another clip in there that you had that it actually said father.
Amang.
Remember?
That's amang. Amang.
Okay, there you go. Remember what you said? Because in Spanish, padre and madre, we know that in Tagalog's got a lot of Spanish words. In the beginning, you were talking about padre and madre. And actually you spotted and said father.
Well, there's significance in there because we talk on our show about timing, relevance, and intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Timing and relevance. The Diplomat Hotel used to be what? It was a seminary, correct? Priests and nuns. And how many times did you see a reference to God or even Father? Right? So timing, relevance, Yep.
That spot where he was at, I actually caught the white nun right behind that fountain. She was standing in the window. I showed it to you, Rafe. And that was the other thing. It said blood. Did you also hear where it said blood? That fountain, Tony, you guys know, was known for the fountain of blood. And I actually caught that on my spirit box too. It said torture and blood right there at that fountain.
Yeah, well, I mean, World War II, General Yamashita beheaded all the priests and nuns that were there when he took it over. So yeah, the history of it is brutal, violent, and love that place. So just love it.
Not for me.
I got pushed.
I got my arm pulled through the gate that goes up the stairs off the first floor. Gate was still closed. I was changing a battery in the camera. They grabbed my shirt. The camera went flying out of my hand, and my arm was literally pinned up against the gate.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That is scary, actually.
It is.
It was.
And just to say one more thing, I don't know if you guys remember Sherry and Tony, but they were renovating on the very far end where there's like a room there that was like almost all brand new. The government was trying to do something with that place, but they shut it down. They realized there's too much activity. I actually caught that John in that room too. What is your name? And it said John. Amazing, you got it twice.
Well, thank God they didn't turn that one into a restaurant.
Right.
It used to be a restaurant. It was a
Yeah,
hospital.
It's funny though that you guys actually had the guard in there walking around. When we got let in through the gate, he took 6 steps and said, "That's as far as I go." And it was another 300 yards to the front door, but he's like, "That's as far as I go."
I caught a full body apparition in there going down the steps, and I was pushed on the 2nd floor, and the guard left and never came back. I was by myself after that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That was
You guys-
excellent evidence, though, you guys.
Excellent
Great job.
evidence.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Look at that.
But to be honest, I told Bill about this. The Diplomat Hotel, for us, at that time after the investigation, we said to ourselves, I don't know if Diplomat is really that, haunted with negative energies. I think I think nowadays it's peaceful. I think I don't know why, but because at that time when we were investigating, we don't feel anything. We never felt anything negative. It's just it's like we're at peace. We were actually playing at that time. We were laughing and joking about some things while we were investigating, and so we were so relaxed at that time. But then
I think
we
it has
captured-
been blessed over and over and over again. That place has been blessed, and that's why they've moved off all those negative things.
Wow.
Possibly.
because
I
the
don't know
history,
how-
the horrors of that place, the horrors, the history is
Oh my God.
something.
Yeah, how could you not have such hideous things that you catch? Entities, black shadows, in a place that had that much violence. It had to have been, and it was a seminar. So they had to go in there, the government, somebody had to, because they're like blessing homes before you build it or after you build it, So we do a lot of that in the Philippines. We put coins in the cement and we bless every stage of the construction. So I can imagine that place has probably been blessed 1,000 times to get that negative stuff out of there. Because 2 people committed suicide in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have reached the point in the show that we call shameless plugs. Tell the entire world that's watching where they can find you guys, your Facebook pages, your websites, your YouTube channels. This is where you spill it all. Don't hold back. Give it all to us.
All right. So you wanna go first? You go first. Don't be shy. Okay. All right. Okay. So to all the viewers watching, first off, again, I've said this earlier and I'll say this again. Thank you for the continuous love and support for our team, for Apple, for Bill, for myself, and for the other members of our crew. We call it the Shady Crew. You guys can watch our videos, all our full videos on our YouTube channel. It's I Am Reverie, and on Facebook, it's I Am Reverie Ghost Detective, where we post updates on Facebook. But for the videos, we post every full video on YouTube. And then also, I have a TikTok account, but you will see us dancing, so I don't really recommend you. Because sometimes after investigations, we do TikTok videos just for, we always love to promote. We try to promote the historical places. We want people to see that we're showing respect and we're having fun in these locations because of its history and because of its what's that, the beauty of it, of the houses or the structures of those places. And again, I'll say this again, we are trying to promote the proper way of ghost hunting or paranormal investigations here in the Philippines. So what I did is I created a movement. It's not a team. I created a movement. It is called S.O.U.L.S, meaning Seekers of Unexplained Lost Souls. And that movement, I'm looking for all the legit ghost hunters here in the Philippines, and I want to unite all the investigators as one. I want it to be united to show every Filipino people that real ghost hunting is not showing fake ghosts or fake white ladies or fake entities. Paranormal investigation is a mystery. It's a book of mystery that you have to uncover. Never-ending investigations, never-ending debunkings, never-ending methods of different methods, different ways of investigating.
To try to find the answers. Yeah.
We want to show everyone that Filipino ghost hunters can be like you guys. You know, people like you are our inspiration. You guys are our inspiration because we always need to. We never stop learning. We should always try to learn new things. Um, so the knowledge that you are giving us with this, for example, this experience, you guesting us in this podcast, it's a really big help for me, myself, for Apple, and for, of course, to everyone, for my team. It's a big help for us. We're learning. We're still learning. We're learning a lot, and we want to again thank you for this opportunity. I could not say anything else but thank you. I'm just really happy, and I'm just really happy, and I am asking for your support, all of you guys. I'm asking for your support for souls. Please help us change the standards of ghost hunting in the Philippines, because ghost hunting in the Philippines is really bad right now. It's really bad. So we have to change it. I want things to be changed. I want a new era of ghost hunting that the other international viewers can relate to, not just Filipino people, being funny and being gullible. I want ghost hunting in the Philippines to be deep, like how you guys investigate, how you guys do the paranormal. So please help us. Philippines need to be saved.
We'll definitely do that, and appreciate your outlook on changing the way that paranormal investigating is done in the Philippines. What was that show that lasted like a year and a half or 2 years? You guys catch evidence. This guy caught nothing ever. What was the name of that show?
I can't remember what show. I think it's in.
I was about to say something really bad, but
ABS, he was on ABS-CBN, but he never caught anything.
Oh,
caught cold.
Can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
Is it Misterio? Is it the Misterio show? The one, the bald guy?
Misterio.
That sounds familiar. I think that might be it. But he never caught anything.
But for us, it's not important. For us, we don't. It's not important to us if we're famous or not. What's important to us is people acknowledging what we do, because we love the paranormal. We are curious to know what's the deeper meaning of what we are doing, all the things that we are doing. We want to know everything, and we want to uncover the truth. And I always say this, we want to always uncover the truth and the mysteries with regards to the paranormal or the supernatural. So thank you for helping us out. Thank you for this opportunity, and please continue to help us with S.O.U.L.S. I hope every one of you here can be a part of that movement. Let's all change the standards of ghost hunting in the Philippines, because we love the Philippines. Bill Ordway, he thinks he's American, but he's Filipino. He just looks like American.
20 years in Puerto Rico, I fit right into the Philippines.
All right, guys, I want to thank our guests for coming out. I want to thank our guests for being a part of the show. You guys are phenomenal. Great evidence that you provided tonight. Our audience loved it. I want to thank our audience for joining us again tonight. It's always great having you guys, and thank you for the audience that you brought in from the Philippines. We were getting blown up tonight. It was fantastic.
That's
Make sure you guys reach out. You support I Am Reverie. Make sure you reach out and check out Bill, who is also a portion of that, and Apple and Reeve, and make sure that you guys connect with S.O.U.L.S. We talk about para-unity here in the United States, but it's not just here in the United States. It's all across the world. So make sure that you report that you support S.O.U.L.S. and you support everybody in the paranormal community. But most of all, guys, make sure you reach out. You pay attention to what's going on in the Philippines. There's plenty of great people there that they're doing their damnedest to get their voices heard and make sure that people see them. just like I Am Reverie. These have been fantastic people. And also remember this, guys. We will see you next week with a Staticom 2.0 brought to you by EVP. EVPE. See if I can spell the show right next week for you guys. But most of all, if you guys wanna support Paraunity across the world, support I Am Reverie, go to a restaurant where you can catch some screams and maybe a couple apparitions, maybe a few beheadings with some sharpened swords. You gotta check out I Am Reverie. You gotta investigate in the Philippines, but most of all, around the world, doesn't matter where you're at, guys, you have to stay haunted. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Good night.
God bless you all, guys.
Can you give me a name? What's your name?